And a big game here for Peter Wright. First of two games this evening the boys were referring to. He ends up against Gary Anderson. Right now on 11 points, and he's 4 points adrift of fourth spot, the all-important fourth spot. Phil Taylor, though, here, his record in Birmingham is impressive. Only one defeat in 11 games here in Birmingham. It used to be known the NIA, now the Barclaycard Arena. And that is a measure of the size of the task ahead for Peter Wright, who has 4 wins to his name from 12 games, but really does need 2 wins against world champions here. It's a tough order for Peter Wright from Hirschju.
Yeah, 3 weeks to go before we know our final 4. Phil Taylor is already there. Michael van Gerwen a point away from securing his place. The race for 3rd and 4th is very much on. But yeah, Peter Wright, for me, 4 games to go, has to win the lot and hope that other results go his way. We shall see. Big night for him, big night for Gary Anderson.
96.
The defending Premier League champ will qualify with 2 wins and a James Wade defeat. So all sorts of permutations possible. But for now, Peter Wright looking to get the job done against Philip Taylor.
Yeah, and it's a case of deja vu for Peter Wright, really, because after week 4 here, he was top of the table. But since then, it's not gone right for Peter Wright. His first Premier League campaign, he started like a train, drifted away. Treble 20 would leave double 8.
55.
So now he's taken a chance, hoping Taylor doesn't take this out for a break of throw in the first leg of the game. Treble 20, the first dart here now.
So Peter Wright will get darts at tops to take the opening leg on throw. Crucial moments, even this early. Has to hold throw. And does. That was emphatic. That's a good dart under pressure. Peter Wright holds on in the first leg of this game. Phil Taylor, 7-2 winner over Robert Thornton last week in Bournemouth, but an average of only 89.
135.
Still good enough to get the job done. For Taylor, you know, his finishing in the Premier League has been superb. 46%. His tournament checkout percentage success rate, and that is phenomenal. Top of the pile, but Michael van Gerwen is hunting him down. Of course, was that £25,000 bonus for finishing top of the
60.
The league before those playoffs in London at the O2 next month.
Yeah, Phil has gone 12 unbeaten in the Premier League after his opening night defeat. It's quite a record. But MVG still in with a shout, 2 points behind him at the top of the table. Plays James Wade tonight. Michael van Gerwen. Straight from the holiday camp. IDI.
100.
Go on, Stu. Do the hody-ho bit.
You've already done it. Yeah, but Peter Wright, 1 win, 3 draws against Phil Taylor in the Premier League earlier on in the piece this year. Crucially won the last 2 legs brilliantly against Taylor to pinch a draw. But Peter Wright, the first to admit, you know, by his own admission, that this Premier League has just not been good enough for him this season.
130.
He's underachieved.
Much talked about switch of darts, Wayne referring to it there in the build-up to the game as well. Taylor, though, is going to be back here for 68.
We require 68.
Should be routine for the power. 13 would leave tops now. He's got 1 dart at tops to level it, 1 leg apiece, and he nails it first time. It's not pretty, is it? It's not vintage, but it's 1 leg apiece here in Birmingham.
A good start to the leg. Taylor averaging here 99. We've seen 49 ton-plus averages in the Premier League so far. 8 of them from Taylor.
100.
Nice use of the lie with the 3rd dart for the power. Raymond van Barneveld and Gary Anderson taking to the stage after this one.
60.
Now, can Phil find top form to put pressure on? Snakebite here.
140.
That, would you believe, is only Phil's second 140 so far in the third leg of the game. Still averaging 102.6.
100.
It's consistency the key.
As you mentioned, a phenomenal run of 12 unbeaten, 10 wins and 2 draws since losing
100.
to Raymond van Barneveld on the opening night. Seemed like an age ago, all the way back at the start of February.
Yes, very much so, and
100.
can't underestimate the importance of this match for Peter Wright. Now, can Taylor take this out? It would hurt him for sure. Treble 17 for the bull. Hasn't hit the treble. He's back up for the treble 20.
137.
Terrific dance in the end from Taylor to put Wright under pressure. Taylor sat on double 12. Can Wright take this out? Treble 19 would leave the double 12, and he's missed the treble. Taylor's back for double 12 for a break and throw. Here we go.
Makes my point, doesn't it? 2 out of 2 on the doubles, and that's where he has been excellent in the Premier League. One dart at tops and it goes, one dart at double 12. It's 2-1, it's a break of throw, and Peter Wright already under pressure. He'll be under a little bit more now as Phil Taylor finds the first maximum of the night here in Birmingham.
Is he just warming up a little bit, the power? First 180 of the match, fourth leg of the game. 109 average, can he follow it up? Boos all around. Can he use those
100.
as understack as he can, and he hits the treble? So it's looking good for Taylor from here in this early part of the game.
140.
First to 7 wins it.
Peter Wright, of course, played Gary Anderson a little later on.
43.
His remaining games, James Wade in Manchester, and then the final week of the league in Rotterdam as we head to Holland on the 12th of May for the very first time in the Premier League.
They've travelled a fair way to be here in Birmingham tonight. Fair play to them. Nice second dart from the power, who booked his place in the playoffs last week, made it mathematically certain.
85.
22 points, leading the Premier League, of course. We recall the moment when he was devastated when it was confirmed that he wasn't going to qualify for the playoffs for the first time in Premier League history. But he's wasted no time this year. Needs the ball. This would be a big moment, wouldn't it? Oh, my word! Peter Wright bounces back immediately. That is world class.
Thank you very much. That's what I can do, says Peter Wright. And he needed to, and he has. It's 2-all. Yeah, we talk about Peter Wright, you know, underachieving this year. He won his first 3 matches, won only once in the last 9. And hence why he does need a darting miracle to reach the playoffs.
Yeah, top of the table after week 4. But then that run has put him in trouble. Peter Wright averaging 125 in the previous leg.
81.
121 finish on the ball. Absolutely magnificent. Phil will be a little bit annoyed about that.
Well, yeah, considering he hit a 180, didn't he? Started the leg with a 180, Taylor.
140.
Could do with a 140 himself. Yeah, loose last one. Impressive finishing, but Taylor is outscoring Peter Wright, and having broken back with that 121 on the ball.
140.
He's under pressure here. Taylor has left 81 after just 9 to break again.
Yeah, it's a good response from the power. A 180 would be handy.
140. We require 81.
Now, Taylor, treble 19, leaves the 12 bed. Oh, he's hit the treble 9. So Wright is going to have the opportunity. He took out a 1-2-1
49.
in the last. Can he take out a 1-0-4 here to go 3-2 up now? Big moment for Peter Wright.
Oh, Phil Taylor not getting a dart even at the ball from 81. You don't see that too often. Needs the treble to leave the double. Double 16. Huge dart. Fantastic from Peter Wright, back to back. 10+ finishes. And he hits the front. And that was a get out of jail leg. My, the final dart. Exceptional.
131.
Yes, and one man who'll be watching this keenly, no doubt, Michael Van Gerwen, preparing for his game with James Wade. Realistically, Van Gerwen, the only man realistically who's going to push Taylor for the top spot going into the playoffs. You do get a handy 25 grand bonus for finishing top of the table, of course. And if Taylor is pegged back in this game, it gives Van Gerwen the opportunity. But that is brilliant from Taylor. 2 180s now for the power.
Well, Taylor finishes his last 2 weeks in Manchester against Lewis, and then the big showdown in Rotterdam on May the 12th, which may yet decide who finishes top of the pile. Taylor against Van Gerwen.
Well, this is a great response again, and a lovely switch to treble 18. That's Phil Taylor at his best, setting up double 8
on a 10-darter.
Yeah, vintage Taylor for a hold of throw to level it at 3 legs apiece now for the power. Double 8 the target, and it's 3 out of 3 on the double for Phil Taylor. Immaculate finishing from the power. Good quality game here, Stu.
Yeah, acknowledgement from his opponents at that leg as well. 10-darter from Taylor. Response from Peter Wright.
140.
It's warming up this, isn't it?
Yeah, 1-2-1 and 104 finished, followed by a 10-darter for Phil. Decent. Not bad at all.
60.
A perfect lie.
100.
Well, yeah, you can see the disappointment, not surprised. The first dart was so well positioned there for Peter Wright. Only a ton.
Is this going the distance to a 6-all draw, we wonder? A draw not really enough for Peter Wright. Put him on to 12, it'd still be adrift with another game to come tonight against Gary Anderson. Certainly agree with your comment earlier, Stuart, where you said he's got to win all his remaining games, really, to have any chance. And tonight is game in hand, of course. He's played 12, Barney on 11 has played 13. Robert Thornton effectively out of it now, playing for Pride. That's a nice first start. Treble 17 would leave the ball. Phil's on the same finish.
Yeah, same equation for Taylor.
161.
161. So Wright will return. Of course, one of those 2 draws for Taylor in the Premier League has come against Wright in Liverpool. Lovely dart. Oh, how about that? He edges ahead again. 4 out of 5 on the doubles for Wright. 3 out of 3 from Taylor. Brilliant finishing from both.
Yeah, quality. Peter Wright just won't let Taylor go clear here in Birmingham.
80.
Still averaging 110.5. The power.
Well, he may be right. Taylor, Van Gerwen, Anderson and Wade. Adrian Lewis may have a word or two to say about that.
100.
The chase for third and fourth spot.
And as we know, anything can happen on semi-final and finals night.
59.
Well, this is on Taylor's throw, so a big number for right now. Could make it very interesting. Hasn't hit a 180 yet, won't do. Oh, and he's let Taylor off the hook there.
Twice, we've seen 2 poor visits from Taylor and 2 equally poor visits from Peter Wright in return. Just get the feeling.
59.
Yeah, well, Taylor exasperated. 9 darts thrown already by Taylor. If Peter Wright is to win this, he's got to seize this moment, seize his chance.
85.
Not enough for Snakebite. Now, how annoyed is Taylor? He was frustrated after that last visit. It's dropped short again of the treble.
83.
Well, you can tell he's just a little bit annoyed with himself. Still averaging 106.5. Finishing immaculate, but the average coming down for the power now.
100.
All right, first to a finish.
$140. Is your 156.
Big finish now for Wright here. 156 he needs. Well, he's taken out 2 ton-plus finishes already. It's looking very much now as though it's going to be 4 legs apiece.
You require 80.
Now, the power. 20 for tops now for Taylor to level it. 4 legs apiece. First double he's missed in the game. The door's open for Peter Wright now.
So same equation. 1 dart at tops. Oh, and Peter Wright makes it 5 out of 6. A shake of the head from Taylor. But here is Phil Taylor, possibly on his way to defeat for the first time since the opening night of the Premier League.
Don't write Taylor off just yet, but
86.
if Peter Wright can hold his throw here, he will not be beaten by the power. It will put Peter Wright onto 12 points with a possibility of going on to 13.
82.
Michael Van Gerwen will be enjoying this, won't he? Depending on leg difference, a Taylor defeat, a Van Gerwen win.
85.
Could be Van Gerwen hitting the bullseye and going back to the top of the table. We shall see. Even at 5-3 down, Taylor still has plenty left in the tank.
As it stands, 22, Phil Taylor.
140.
This is his 14th game, and Peter Wright on 11, but 1 more leg, that'll move him on to 12, with a possibility of making it 13. But Taylor's annoyed, you can see that. He won't give up just yet, for sure.
$96.
Nice from Wright. Oh, that's his first one. Perfect timing from Peter Wright as well. 2-dart combo to ensure a point. He's going to switch now.
133.
Well, it was perfect timing because very much under the cosh, Peter Wright. This for at least a point. That's a beauty. That's brilliant. A roar from Wright. And Phil Taylor here has got to win the next 3 legs. How about this? 2 10+ finishes, 6 out of 7. And Peter Wright guarantees himself a point. He'll want 2. And Taylor fights back.
Oh yes, Taylor looking for 3 legs on the spin. Can Wright move in for the kill? It's that finishing that's been so brilliant for Peter Wright. Only missed 1 shot at a double. Fantastic finishing. So has Taylor, but he's only had 4 attempts. And the 10+ finishes have been superb. In successive legs as well.
Yep. Taylor led 2-1. Wright's won 5 out of the last 6. He's got it all right tonight. He needs 1 more leg to condemn Taylor to only a 2nd defeat in this Premier League campaign. But you just know that Philip Taylor, back against the wall, will come out scrapping. He's averaging 109 and he's losing 6-3.
He's not messing about here. He can take out an 11-dart leg here to hold his throw and to stay in the match.
105.
Needs 85. We go for the treble 19 now. He did. And now he's just got to hope that Wright doesn't take out a 3rd 10+ finish.
But what a way this would be to win the match. So Taylor here to stay in it, needs double 16.
He does indeed. There's the target now. Gonna just go up a little bit for double 8. Oh, it's getting nervy here for the power. Oh, he hangs on in there. Just about clinging on. A wry smile from Phil Taylor. But what about this for a start from Peter Wright? Oh, with the darts. Hits a top 40, that'll do nicely for Snakebite. He wins this leg, he wins the match, and only a 2nd Premier League defeat for Phil Taylor in 14 matches.
You know, Peter Wright, he must have thought he was going to get a couple of match darts in that last leg. Sat on 56, last dart in hand from Phil Taylor. But it's advantage right here after that 140. Can he follow it up? What a big win this would be. 60? Not enough.
Big score from Taylor here now, puts him under pressure again. There's a good first dart, plenty of room. He's dipped below. Well, he needed that 2nd treble. The power. Still Wright with the match in his hands here. 2nd treble 20 would do him nicely.
100.
Taylor with the 140 from his last visit. Well, needs a ton to leave a finish.
60.
Oh. So advantage switches to Peter Wright, who will think 6 darts from 201 to win it.
And you fancy him at the finish, don't you? He's been brilliant at that.
130.
Lovely setup from Peter Wright. 6 darts from here. 4 Snakebite to beat Phil Taylor.
139.
Now, Peter Wright, is this your moment to beat Phil Taylor here in Birmingham? Hits the treble 13, needs double 16 for the match, and the finishing is brilliant, and Peter Wright's hopes are still alive. It's Phil Taylor's 2nd defeat in 14 games, and Peter Wright, who's up again later, keeps his hopes of the top 4 alive with a fine win against the Power.
exceptional win.
Yeah, you know, obviously it's always been tough against Phil. Normally it's draws. I've only had one win against Phil before in the Premier League, and that's in the early days. And I knew I have to win my last 4 games to qualify. So I've been putting a lot of practice in, and I didn't play well there. Nor did Phil, but I got a win.
Well, 7 out of 8 on the finishing from you. I mean, that's terrific darts.
You know, I told myself off last week on stage against Michael Van Gerwen. I said, what the beep am I doing? Changing my darts, changing my style of throw and everything. Just get on what you know, and that's what I did. I just went back home, put the other darts down, and just practice. You know, because you know you can't relax playing. You know, 16 times world champion, and then obviously I've got Gary Anderson later on in tonight, double world champion. You know, you can't relax. I won nothing, and I'm in the Premier League, so I'm not a bad player.
Well, half the equation. You've won 1. Anderson to come, as you say. If you win 4 out of 4, you've got a chance of reaching those playoffs.
Exactly. You know, that's my target. And I was speaking to James Wade the weekend, and I said to him, "Get yourself. I got you in near enough a week and a half, 2 weeks. Get yourself prepared. Otherwise, I'm going to beat you." Because I'm coming to win the last 4 games, and that's what I'm going to do.
Well done tonight. Great start. We look forward to seeing you against Gary Anderson later. Cheers, Peter.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you.